everybody's doing well on this Friday evening. Skipper will be with us shortly. He's trying not to burn his kitchen down or something. See who we got in here. Oh, I see Mr. Paul McCarthy. Welcome, sir. Mr. James from Fish Room Fever. Always good to see you, my friend. Madul. Supermod Madul. Miss Patty. Always good to see you. Mikey Mike. Scott. And still in ya. Wet Sox. And Mr. Ferlo. And Miss Muppet. Always good to see you, Miss Muppet. And then we got Chewy. All right. So, I know. I'll wait till Skipper gets here for that. Hey, Third Coast, sorry you slipped by me, man. I didn't see you. Miss Joey and Chubby Guppy.
Oh, hello all.
You didn't burn your kitchen down, did you?
Nah.
Well, I know Joey and Roxy did this the other night, but I wanted to go ahead and do it too. I want to start the stream off with a moment of silence for Aquarium Cop, and then we'll get started. So,
Agree.
If everybody could have a moment of silence. All right. So what you been up to, man? I know you haven't been able to make it the last couple of weeks. I know you've been busy. You've been a busy man. So
yeah, my last 2 Fridays were nuts, helping family with stuff, and then today I was doing some canning, and I did a recipe that I knew we used before, and it didn't look right, and I don't know. I finally got her done in the nick of time.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to go ahead and pin this link.
What's up, Al Wet Sox? Yes, John McKenzie, rest in peace, Aquarium Talk. He will be missed. I was telling somebody the other day, we was talking about him. I said, man, I'm going to miss him on the hangout panels because me and him used to mess with each other bad. He was the cop and I was the corrections officer.
Right.
That man was something else.
Yeah, he was an awesome guy. I didn't get to know him for that long, but once I started getting like more involved with YouTube, I got to know him, and he was a pretty cool dude.
And that's what it was with me. I mean, when I started doing live streams on some of the hangouts, he would be there, and we would talk and stuff. And I liked it when he masked. He did the whole. Sometimes he'd do that whole voice thing once in a while. What's up, Catfish Mama?
Hey, Catfish Mama. Oh man. Well, guys, I got the link pinned if anybody wants to come up and shoot the breeze a little bit. Yeah, I didn't even work today. I hurt my knee yesterday, so I took today off.
Oh. That's me. Yeah, I went back. was not fun.
Never fun to go back to work after you've been off for a little while.
Yeah.
Them, that looks pretty good. Are those hot peppers or just regular peppers?
So I was hoping I could show it to everybody, but I can't.
Yeah.
Well, I might be able to, but no. So what they are, they're green peppers. It's an Amish recipe,
Okay.
and I might be able to do this. But what it is, it's vinegar, sugar, some vegetable oil, and ketchup. We normally do it with the sweet banana peppers,
Mm-hmm.
and then you add it to chili.
Oh, I bet that sounds really good.
It's awesome.
You're going to take. Chewy said Kopp is a member of the old guard of the Fish family out of New York. We talked about the club scene there. He was a rocker. I could see that. Totally see that.
Oh yeah.
A lot of great bands came out of New York. Sure did. Let's start showing good food, please. I'm starving, guys. Hey,
Now
Miss
that
Carrie.
you said that,
Hey, Miss Carrie.
I'm definitely going to make it to where I can show you.
And we got Merdula sharing the link to the donation for Aquarium Cop. I appreciate that.
Oh man,
If everybody could say, if everybody could, every little bit helps. Please,
yeah.
Please go ahead, and they've already got a pretty substantial amount too. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's very. I'm going to thank the people that did that for them, because that's just amazing.
Yeah, that's
like goes to show how we are as a whole.
Shows how awesome the Fish family really is.
Yes.
Well, we got Terry's tropical tanks in the basement here. What's up, Terry?
Holy crap, man. What's going on, man? Can you guys hear me all right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just didn't know which microphone I was on.
I got you.
How's it going, Ferlo?
Oh, it's going pretty good, man.
Tank's looking good in the background, man. It's a good-looking tank. Hey, Skipper.
Hello, Terry.
How's everybody doing today?
How we're doing, man?
Pretty good.
I just jumped on just to BS with you guys for a while. That's all.
Cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
I didn't have a mission or nothing.
No, you're good, dude. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, we normally don't neither.
Yeah, this is just kind of a hangout. We talk fish. We talk, about whatever.
We're about to talk peppers here in a minute.
Yeah,
just make somebody hungry as soon as I get this set up.
I miss growing in this new house I bought. I got a really small backyard, but in my old house I had some land, and I used to grow quite a few peppers. Yeah. And I miss having them fresh green peppers every day.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, there's nothing like growing them fresh in your backyard, man. We had 3 garden boxes, and pretty much one whole one was full of all different kinds of peppers.
I don't know about you guys, but my wife was a pretty good cook, man, and she could make a stuffed green pepper that just, oh man, you die for that thing.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's the best right there.
You'd have to go back. You'd have to go to work the next day just to work it off, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Good.
I also miss. I should do it. I've got an alley that runs along my back fence, but so I haven't done it at this new house. But at the old house, I used to also do a lot of cucumbers, and I'd make my own pickles.
Okay. Yep.
And you could spice them up with some of your hot peppers from the garden too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hey, John Larson and Aquatic Ness, welcome. S. What about it, S?
Did you guys catch Aquatic Ness and her husband?
Yep.
Those cute little itty bitty baby bowfins they got that are going to eat them out of house and home in a little bit.
Yeah.
I've kept them, man. Trust me, they eat a lot.
Well, this is the beginning stage where we cut them up into small slithers, and we just put them in jars. And then I didn't take pictures of the full stage of it, but you get the gist of it. And then I gotta see if that's showing, because I couldn't get it all in one window. Nice. So we'll stop this one, and then I'll show you the end result. You think I know how to do this by now?
You just cold packing those with a brine solution, or?
Well, yeah, I cold pack it, and then, well, of course, you clean your jars and stuff.
Well, yeah.
And then I put the lids in boiling water, not the rings. And then the brine, it's ketchup, vinegar, sugar, a little bit of oil. You can add garlic or whatever to it. I bring it to a boil, and then I put it in there, tighten it up real quick, and set it aside. And it should start popping here after long. And I'm telling you, that stuff is great in chili.
Sounds like
Just give me some grilled chicken and some tortillas, dude. We're on it.
Oh, yeah. It's good for that, too.
For sure.
Yeah, Purdue.
Welcome to Friday Pickling. I used to pickle those, the Hungarian peppers, those longer ones.
Yeah.
Little spicier. Man, I pickle the heck out of them things. They go great with just about anything, man. My wife thought I was nuts.
Jay Oliver, what's up, man?
3D Coach Quality says, I'll be back. I got to get some grub.
Making everybody hungry, man. There's going to be like us three in here talking about food, and everybody else going to be eating.
So that's what usually happens when we're on Catfish Terry stream. We get to talking about breakfast, food, and steak and all that mess. So.
I'll tell you, there's another thing if you haven't tried it, and it's great. Is there the same thing? Is the sweet banana peppers stuffed with sauerkraut? Also, some people put it's an Italian meat, either wrapped around it or inside whenever they stuff it with the sauerkraut.
Prosciutto.
Yeah, prosciutto. That's what I was looking for. And they pickle it. Oh, it's great. Okay, I'm done.
Why you gotta ruin all those good ingredients with sauerkraut, dude?
Don't knock it until you. Well, I mean,
the only thing sauerkraut goes on is a Reuben, and that's about it.
That's the only thing I can eat sauerkraut on. The Reuben. But see, we had a Miss Stephanie Frederick, Miss Joey's sister, come in here. Good to see you.
Oh, I missed that last night. Oh,
I missed everything last night. I was in bed at 7 o'clock. My knee was hurting me, and I just
what happened? What did I miss? I didn't do anything last night either on the.
Me neither. But I took a break from YouTube, and Joey's sister did that rock thing. I think it was this Thursday.
It was last night.
7 or 8. It was on.
I popped in there for a few minutes before I fell asleep, and then I was having trouble keeping my eyes open, so I shut the phone off and went to sleep.
Yeah, I wanted to check that out.
She had some cool looking stuff on there, man. I don't even remember what they were called. They were like blue and red and gray, like perfect circle rocks. It was wild looking.
Well, I checked the website out that day. We had Tuesday night. We was on a panel there up while we're talking. I'm checking all these rocks out.
Did you guys see Third Coast Aquatics comment?
Oh yeah.
Your
That's
Brat
actually
with
good.
sauerkraut. I will admit, I'll do a brat with sauerkraut and an adult beverage
Yep.
in the summertime. Absolutely, I'll do that.
Yep.
You gotta have some green peppers on there too, though.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget the fresh cut French fries.
I'll tell you what I miss from when I lived up north is the sausage, peppers, and onion sandwiches.
Oh God, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can make that yourself,
I know, but it's
but it ain't.
There was one guy that had he was at every little fair or carnival or whatever we had in town, and he would have his little booth there.
All right, I'll be right back. Skipper's making me thirsty. I gotta get a beverage. Give me 2 seconds.
I thought you were gonna say you were making him hungry. Hey,
But,
Don.
I mean, like you're saying about that peppers, onions, and the hot sausage, it ain't the same at home as it is coming from a food truck,
Nope.
a fair, like an Oktoberfest, or even this is crazy. Here by our Lowe's, there is actually one that sits outside of it that makes it every summer. He's there every summer doing it.
Nice.
Well, hi, Tita.
What's up, Kenny E?
And Kenny. Yeah, buddy.
If I'm hungover in the morning, I'm blaming it all on Skipper.
Well, I'm only having a couple tonight. I got to go to work tomorrow.
On a Saturday?
Yeah. My job, my days rotate off. Kind of a corrections officer thing.
Now tomorrow I gotta get water in these tanks.
Yeah, tomorrow's my day for all the tanks. Hey, Rico Stan, what's up, man? Rico Stan's in here shaking his booty. I don't know whether to be scared or what.
I don't know how many of you guys actually watch him, but he's freaking hilarious. I love that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Rico Stan.
Yeah, he's good.
Awesome.
I wish I had that kind of personality.
What is it? Every Tuesday night. I will tell you the time here in a quick second. Yeah, it's every Tuesday night. I think it's 6:30 Eastern time.
Yeah, we got Rico Stan blushing over here.
You wouldn't see it through the beard anyways, would you?
True.
That'd be rosy red cheeks like Santa Claus.
I was gonna say, or it would be like Santa Claus with the white beard and the rosy red cheeks.
Yeah, he streams every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. And then him and Chattanooga Ed have a Sunday stream.
Hey, Rico Stan, you don't want to see me face on, man. Trust me. I got a face for radio, buddy.
And then he also does a stream with Lefty. Chattanooga Ed does that with Lefty. Never mind.
Yeah, what day is that? I can't find it.
Oh, it wasn't his face cheeks getting red.
Yeah, that's more info than I want to know, Rico.
All right,
Rico. Really? Thanks for the complex, bud.
Well, I'm glad you could make it, Miss Dawn. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Got Peplin in here. What's up, Brian?
We got a good old crew up in here.
Oh, they keep pouring in. I appreciate it. You got 32 in here. Wow. Thank you, guys.
Sorry, was counting angelfish. One was missing.
Uh-oh. Did you find it?
Oh, yeah, he's in there. He's a little guy, though.
Yeah.
Growing out, a real popular angelfish is the koi, what they call a koi angelfish.
Yeah.
Which is a blushing gold marble is genetically what it is. If you take just a standard gold marble and you introduce a stripeless or what they call the blushing gene, that's what gives it the red cheeks.
Yeah.
Then it becomes a koi. And I never really got into them because, after all, they're just a gold marble. But when I put this fish room together a couple of weeks ago, I decided to go ahead and get some because they're a reasonably decent price, and I thought they looked pretty good. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. See if you can see them.
I'll tell you another one to check out that I came across is a platinum koi.
I don't know. That's about as close as I can get to them.
Well, they look good from here.
Yeah, they look really good. They got a beautiful finish on them.
Wow.
Y'all, give me 1 second. I think I got a issue in one of my tanks real quick. Give me 1
You're
second.
good. Go ahead. I got you. So how many tanks you have, Terry?
A big ass section of there's supposed to be a whole bunch of fish tanks over there, but it's all missing. Did you ask me a question, Skip?
Yeah, how many tanks you have set up right now?
Set up right now, I'm in between like 25 and 30. I don't know. I quit counting.
Yeah, I hear you.
I had the ability to have somewhere around 50 something, but I'm waiting on another $1 per gallon sale, and things for me. And I got a couple things in the personal life that's
I remember
right now. So
I remember you saying
eventually though, yeah, there'll be 50 some tanks down here, and I might just kind of keep it right there without building any more.
Well, you can focus on a certain strain or whatever that you want to work on.
Yeah. I was really big into angels back in the old house in my old fish room. I did a lot of angelfish. They're money makers. They always sell good. You never have any problem getting rid of them.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I gotta have angelfish, and they're easy to breed. And once you have a good pair, once your pair is full grown and they're used to each other, you can take a 20 high that's going to produce 300 eggs every 2 weeks. So
yeah,
they're a money maker for sure.
Heck yeah.
Oh yeah, especially if you get into the online sale, get on to like Get Gills. I see a guy, I forget his name. He does it with the blacks, the platinums, and I think he does koi too. But he sells them in like groups, and they're juveniles. So I think because the amount of fry that you get from angelfish, that's a pretty smart way of doing it.
I try to. You see that. That's a relatively new thing. It's kind of evolved with the internet. Is these fry packs? Where you're getting smaller groups of small fish, and I still haven't jumped on that bandwagon yet, mainly because I get rid of most of my fish from at fish stores because I have quite a few in my area. And they require a specific size fish before which is probably a bad business decision on my part because I spend a lot more money on food to grow them.
Right.
Yeah.
But it also allows me to cull and keep the quality up. I just really hate to send a small fish to somebody and then it grow up to not be quality that meets my standards.
Oh, for sure.
And you see it, it's a lot where these people are buying fry packs, and I'll never sell that way. I want to make.
I get it. I think retail. I'm going to answer that question real quick. No, because he just got them last Wednesday, so they won't be ready till probably next week, next Friday or the Friday after. Wait, what's today? Saturday? Today's Friday.
Did Dan
So-
get some of those?
Yeah, he did.
Oh boy,
He just got them Wednesday.
it's gonna be a fight.
So this Wednesday was a week. Next Wednesday will be 2 weeks. So probably next Friday.
Nice.
If
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
have other things going on, I'd be at Dan's house right now, going, "Those are mine."
Yeah. He also got something else that piqued my interest. He also got because I have a thing with corridoras. He got 2 longfin breeds in, I believe. One was albino. Let me check here real quick because I did a screenshot so I can check this out, and I haven't had a chance to check it out. You know how that goes.
I don't think I've seen a longfin corridor in person. I've seen pictures. But
I got 2 of them.
sounds pretty cool.
I'll have to send you a picture to show you what I have.
Hey, Skipper. There you go.
Yeah, I don't believe that. Nice try. Longfin albinos, and he has longfin greens. Green.
Are those
I
the?
already have those.
Bear with me, I don't know my corridors that well, but are they the? Starts with an A. Anelius or something like
It's
that.
Aeneas. I think the
Aeneas.
longfin greens are the Aeneas, and then the longfin albinos are actually the Plautiatus ones, which I have.
Okay.
Oh, hello, Maple Street. Thanks for coming.
Maple Street. Dawn, my knee's doing better today than it was.
Hey, Maple
yesterday.
Street. Hey, the weather's warming up, buddy. We'll get out there. Probably May would be about a good time. Maple and I kind of live reasonably close together. We're
That's
going to
cool.
do a collecting trip together.
Awesome.
Oh, man, that sounds like fun.
Yeah,
We're looking for some Esox americanus, which is a lot of people are familiar with northern pike,
Mhm.
but they get huge.
Yeah.
But Esox americanus is a grass pickerel, and a big one is like a foot long or so, maybe a little over a foot, and that's a giant one. And he's looking to put one of those in one of his tanks, probably with that
That's
boat
cool.
he's got.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I was enjoying those sculpins he was showing earlier. I ain't seen one of them in forever.
Those darters he's got, that one male darter that's all colored up. I always like watching that thing on his streams. He could just make a live stream of just pointing a camera at that tank and just leave it run 24/7, and he'll probably get people watching. It's a neat tank.
Oh, let's see what we got going on in chat here. Third Coast is back with his grub.
So what else you growing besides peppers?
Oh, actually, we got them at reduced sale at the store, so I wanted
Oh,
to do.
no kidding.
Oh yeah, it was crazy deal. It was like 2 peppers for like 90 some cents. So we grabbed 10 or 12 of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. We got a few things to plan this year. We're gonna do them in. They make these little plastic planter bins now that they sell at Home Depot. We're gonna try those since we put a pool where our garden used to be last year. But we're gonna grow a few things. Most of it's gonna be for the reptiles, but we're gonna grow some stuff for us too.
No, you got quite a few reptiles to feed, man. I
Yeah.
don't blame you.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
cut the cost down a little bit. We got some Swiss chard and some kale and stuff like that to grow for the reptiles, and some strawberries. Hey, Miss Deborah.
Strawberries, that'll be coming up.
Actually,
Around here, we're coming out of winter now, so June,
March, April.
go to those U-pick places, you know,
Oh, yeah.
those big strawberry farms. Pick like 5 gallons of strawberries and then freeze them.
Oh, heck yeah.
I think it's May you want to plant those. Well, heck, he could. Listen, Ferlo could go get them now and probably plant them and grow a bunch of them.
Yeah. What's up, Dragon there, Mr. Patrick? How are you, sir?
I'm just happy the snow around here finally melted. A couple of weeks ago during this cold spell we had, we kind of got dumped a couple times. We had 2 kind of heavy snowstorms on top of each other, and man, out in front of my house, I had snow piled up 5 foot, and I can finally see my grass in my front yard. And
Now, forgive me for not remembering, but where are you again?
I'm right near Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Whoa, yeah.
And I was almost tempted today to pull the cover off the boat and kind of air it out and vacuum.
Yeah.
I might do that tomorrow.
I got to start getting the pool in line this weekend because it's gonna another month or so. It's gonna be pool weather here.
Oh, yeah.
Where I live in Chicago, man, you get pool weather like 3 days a year.
Yeah.
It ends up like that here in PA too, bud.
Yeah,
We're in Pennsylvania. I lived in Pennsylvania for a little while by Harrisburg.
I am. Thanks for putting that up there, Kenny. I am.
You don't have to get specific.
2.5 hours west of it. I don't know if you ever heard of State College, where the Nittany Lions are. Penn State football team. It's college.
I don't know, how far from Pittsburgh?
Same distance. I'm like central PA, and I'm centralized in between both of them. I'm like the middle.
Okay.
I appreciate you.
It's a
putting that up
pretty
there, Kenny.
state, and I'm kind of big in the outdoors too, and the fishing opportunities in Pennsylvania are pretty outstanding. You know, everybody thinks of like Wisconsin and Minnesota, but Pennsylvania's got some freaking fantastic fishing.
Oh yeah, yeah they do. Oh hi Scott, that's my neighbor. Told him to come on over.
Oh, what's up, Scott? Thanks for coming over.
Yeah, Deborah Sanders. I totally agree with her. When I was young and started working, I was like, man, I can't wait to retire up north because I got a lot of family up in Wisconsin. And the older I get, the farther south. Retire.
We was down in Florida, and I was thinking about buying a like his condo down by Disney World. It was actually Margaritaville. Me and the wife was looking at that to where we could just go down there. Then, heck, whenever we get old, we just end up living there, you know. But the prices was a little. Ugh.
Yeah, you got to get off the beaten path a little bit, you know, stay out of tourist traps.
Which where I'm at, I'm surrounded by tourist traps. Because I'm near Destin, Florida. I don't know if you know where that is, Terry. But,
Florida's on my bucket list. I do want to fish Okeechobee, and there's a whole bunch of bass lakes down there that I want to fish. It's just I fish tournaments as well, and none of the tournaments that I've been in or the championships have taken me that far south. The farthest south I've fished so far in tournaments has been Alabama.
Oh,
but
thanks for coming in, Don. Thanks for coming in, Don. Have a good night.
Yeah, thank you, Don.
But the Florida bass fishing's got to be just phenomenal. It's got to be. Plus, I'd love the idea of just driving my car along a wetland where they got all these drainage ditches, and then just pulling over and taking a net and seeing what you can get. Because
Yeah, you better watch it. You better watch out.
What you're gonna get.
You better watch out for them alligators in those drainage ditches. I've been down there, man. My uncle lives in West Palm, and you can drive down the road. I saw quite a few.
Oh, I bet.
Quite a few more than I wanted to see. You know, where my brother was living.
Here's the thing of Florida that people don't actually realize is every pet shop across the entire United States sells the common pleco.
Mm.
But none of the breeders or none of the fish farms actually breed them.
Mm-mm.
They just hire people to go out in the spring, and the plecos lay their eggs in egg clusters.
Yeah.
And they just collect the egg clusters and sell them to the fish farms, and then the fish farms hatch them and grow them out. So there's so many wild plecos in Florida that they don't actually breed them in the fish farms. They just do it in the wild, and then people go and collect the eggs and give them or sell them to the fish farms, and that's how we get our common plecos in every pet shop in the United States.
My fish store is probably one of the few. I know Aquarium Co-op doesn't either, but my local fish store, the one I go to anyways, doesn't carry common plecos. They'll special order them for you, but they won't carry them.
Yeah, it's probably a good practice, and it's starting to catch on to other pet shops, but it's going to be a slow process.
Oh, yeah, I like it though, because I mean, a lot of people that get them, and they don't realize they get 24 plus inches long, and they keep them in like a 40-gallon tank.
Yeah, it's a problem.
You watch Kenny or Daniken Aquatics live streams, you will see one behind his head in that tank.
Oh yeah.
And if I ain't mistaken, that's 100+ gallon tank.
Yeah, I got one in.
One of my oh, go ahead.
What? Okay, wow.
I was gonna say I got one in the tank in front of me that he's pushing about a foot right now.
Kenny just said his is pushing 2 foot. Wow.
Have you ever seen a large common pleco? They'll eat flake food, and they just turn upside down and just scoot along the surface of the water, just sucking in that flake food.
Yep.
It's the coolest thing to see. Yeah, they'll do that.
I love the common pleco, Kenny, but I just, I hate when people get them and don't. I was with any fish. I hate people get them and don't do right by them. Yeah.
Hello, Greg the Guppy.
I don't like when the pet store actually pushes them. Yeah. Oh, you got a new tank? Well, you got to have a pleco.
Unfortunately, it's your bulk stores that do them, and I've been talking to the one manager at the Petco, and he said, I am trying to get us to stop selling them. I said, that's awesome, because I hate seeing them because people don't know what they're doing. Yeah,
there's so many better, smaller algae eaters out there that'll do the same thing.
Bristlenose plecos.
Yep.
Bristlenose. All these tanks all have autosynclus in them. Autosynclus are great. Pandagaras. That's one that.
Yeah.
It's a new fish, but man, Pandagaras will eat the heck out of some algae. Believe me.
Yeah. Kenny said his common pleco killed two Texas cichlids. Wow, he's a beast.
Yeah, that's a beast.
I bet. I'll be right back.
All right. That's the thing that's crazy about that subject. What do you do?
Well, I mean, they're, as far as them killing things, I mean, they're catfish. Like everybody mistakes them for algae eaters. They're catfish. They're most catfish are carnivores or scavengers at the least. They'll eat whatever they can fit in their mouth.
That's definitely true.
Pleco soup is delicious though, so a 2 foot one makes it up to feed 4.
Wow.
I don't know about that.
I don't know if I would even deal with that.
I don't know if I could eat a pleco.
Especially after seeing what they like the wild ones, all that muck that they're in, you know.
Mm-hmm. And then the other one I have, the big one, he's in my African tank, and my biggest African's pushing 9 inches, and he's probably like 3 or 4 inches longer than him. So,
Oh wow,
he's going on about like 13 or 14. And he
Are
don't
we
take
still
no
talking about a
crap.
pleco?
yeah.
Yeah. So he don't take no crap from them Africans either.
I got on a Plecostomus craze back probably 20 years ago when I got my first 125-gallon tank. I got super excited. I put a bunch of wood in it, and I was like, man, this is going to be nothing but fancy plecos. And I had an L191 Royal or dull-eyed Royal. I had the Green Phantom. I had the spiny red cactus pleco, L25 or 24 or something like that.
Yeah.
I had a lot of money invested in there was a gold nugget in there. I'm trying to remember them all. This was quite a while ago. And I had them all in this 6-foot long tank that had just a ton of wood all over. And this was kind of my first honest to God real fish room, and I was inviting people from work over. Oh, you gotta, check this out. And they'd go through all the tanks, and they're like, wow, this is really cool, And they get to that 6-foot long tank, which was my show tank. It was the biggest tank I had at the time. And they were like, how come you don't have any fish in this tank? Because, they're plecos. You got the lights on. They're all underneath driftwood and, hanging out everywhere. And I'm like, trust me, there's quite a few fish in there. Because if you looked at the gravel, you'd see all the poop. Because that's the one thing that tank made was a lot of poop.
Oh, yeah.
And, it was, to me, it was my absolute favorite tank. And I turned like half the lights off at times, so, some of them would come out and swim around, and I'd see them at feeding time and stuff. But yeah, to show it off to somebody else, look at all my plecos. And they're like, where? And I'm like, look, if you look underneath that piece of wood, you can see its tail. And they're like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be awesome, Kenny. I can't wait to see that video.
I'm wondering what he's doing. That'll be interesting.
Oh, it's gonna be awesome. I don't know if he wants me to.
No, I'm good. I can wait.
Yeah,
I'll wait.
But it's gonna be awesome though. Yeah, I got 2 plecos that are my favorites. The super red bristle nose and the bumblebee pleco.
I don't know if I know the bumblebee pleco.
I picked one up a few months ago. It's the first time I'd ever seen one, and that little pleco is awesome.
Is it an Ancestris? Is it in?
Oh man, I'm not familiar with all like the scientific stuff. I just know I was looking for a pleco for this planted tank I have over here, and one that doesn't get too big. He's a bristle nose, I believe, but he's got like goldish yellow stripes with like bigger brown stripes on them. Hence the bumblebee name or whatever.
Yeah, it's probably an Ancestris.
It's kind of along the lines of a clown pleco, but the stripes are more defined.
Yeah, that's a clown pleco is an Ancestris. My favorite pleco I had, I forget the L number. It was Pseudo-Dicanthicus. Pseudo-Dicanthicus Synodontis.
Okay.
And it was just a flat black Plecostomus, but real spiky. Its pectoral fins have all kinds of spikes and everything on them. Mm-hmm. And he was flat black with pretty much white spots. and he had tail trailers that were like easily 2 feet long. I mean, when he swam, when he actually came out from behind his log and he swam, he took up half of a 6 foot long tank. It was cool.
Wow.
Yeah, that's cool. I wasn't sure if you wanted me to put it out there or not. He's going to be doing a video on his Honduran red points. I told him I wanted to see a video on him.
Yeah, I'll be interested in seeing that too. And
Those,
I'm going to tell you who needs to pay attention to that video is Griffin.
those are in the convict family, right?
What's that?
I believe so. They are similar to convicts. Yeah. Let's see. Saw somebody come in here. Oh, Sandy Ferlo came in. Welcome, Sandy.
Lunatic Fringe. Lunatic Fringe says there's a lot of cool plecos available in the Chicago area. And that's true. And it's true because of 2 people. And I forget the second one. But there's the guy that goes to all the shows and swaps. And his name is Pleco Pete. And I think he's bringing them into the country directly. I think he is an importer. And that guy, you go to a show and see that guy, and he'll have 200 bags laid out on a 4-foot table, all filled with plecos that you don't see. There won't be a single bushy nose. There won't be it'll all be just rare plecos. The guy's amazing. And I think he's based somewhere in Chicago.
What's up, Robert?
But hey, you're down in Florida. Have you ever tried to get like the pygmy sunfish or any of those?
Yeah. I used to saltwater fish all the time when I lived in New York, but I haven't done much here because there's like where I'm at up in the Panhandle, and at least where I'm at, centralized, there's not a lot of places. I have to drive about an hour to go freshwater fishing, which I am going to do this year because a buddy of mine just told me about a man-made lake that's about an hour north of me that I want to go try to get some bass and catfish out of.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Yeah, I haven't got to do much freshwater around here.
Them pygmy sunfish, they're just those little itty bitty things. I'm talking for your fish tank.
Yeah.
Man, no, that's on my bucket list. It's a bucket list fish I've got to get.
I know somebody that sells them. HC Aqua.
Oh yeah.
You know what? I think I may have talked to him about it actually.
I might have to hit him up when I start getting more tanks when we move to a different house. Robert, the link is pinned at the top if you want to come up, man.
There's so many different fish out there.
Oh, I know.
You ain't gonna have enough tanks. I mean, unless you have a stinking warehouse or something. You know?
Is there such a thing? Enough tanks?
No, there's not.
No.
Every fish keeper I know fills every tank up they own.
Mm-hmm.
That's why 99.9% of all fish keepers don't have a quarantine tank, because they set up a quarantine tank and then it becomes the tank.
Oh, Jesse said he may no longer ship anymore.
He's working on that. Wednesday he asked a question to Dan, and I think he's going to check it out.
What's up, Robert?
Hey guys.
There's trouble.
How you doing, Eric, Skipper, and Terry?
How you doing, man?
Doing all right.
Dragon Lair just said that his nephew collects pygmy sunfish, 3 species all the time in the Panhandle.
Daniken says he's got some of the those sunfish, and he goes, he ain't seen them in 2 months.
Yeah,
It's kind of like keeping Dario or a scarlet batis or something. It's a real tiny little fish. You put it in a tiny tank and you'll never see it.
Oh, yeah. Joey said he talked to Jesse yesterday. He said he doesn't want the headache. And I could understand that though, with the way everything's been.
Yeah,
As far as shipping goes.
he had an unfortunate deal there over the past couple of weeks where he shipped a lot of fish and they ended up, being dead.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
why
I mean,
I thank God I live where I live. I got a ton of well, not a ton. The mom and pop pet shop is, they're dying in numbers. Yeah. But I still have those, quite a few of them. And I'm in a geographically good location where I can be at a lot of different popular clubs within a reasonable driving distance that I don't even consider shipping fish. It'd just be counterintuitive.
Thanks for posting that link, Lori.
Yeah, like right now, like the post office really did mess up Jesse's, like orders and stuff, all because like I was going to be getting a pair of those was pygmy sunfish, and like somehow the post office got my address and Rockford's address mixed up. And like my fish went to Rockford, and so did Sand Creek Aquatics too. Her fish went there, which that being said is not Jesse's fault at all. It's the post office. Yeah. I mean like because it's like the post office put my name on Rockford's address for some reason. Yeah, so
a lot of times a lot of times when things like that happen, it's always, usually the carrier, not the shipper.
You guys, you guys follow Lucas at all?
Mm. Yeah,
that poor guy boxed up. Now, granted, he got backlogged because of his own fault. Okay, I'm not gonna make excuses there, but he got backlogged. Then he packs all his backlogged orders up, and got them to the post office 2 hours after the post office said, "Yeah, we're not shipping any live stuff."
Oh man,
that was messed up. And
I got an order of guppy grass coming from him. I ordered it a freaking month ago, and still it hasn't left his house yet.
What's up? Good day, GRB.
Hey. What's up, Nathan? GRB.
Nathan Scott GRB.
He wasn't shipping because of how cold it got. Where because he lives.
He lives in Indianapolis, about an hour and a half south of me.
And they got so stinking cold, and all the fish or whatever he would have shipped would have died. Right. You would have think that they know that he does that. They would at least sent him a notification or something. I don't know. I just think that was messed up. Like, you think there would have been something out there.
Well, I ordered my stuff even before that happened.
No.
And I guess he had ran out of heat packs, so I got delayed 2 weeks because he didn't have any heat packs. Then when he finally got heat packs, it got too cold for even if he had heat packs. And then, it's like I said, I put my order in over a month ago, and it ain't left his house yet.
Hey, T-Bones.
Like right now.
I'm not saying anything
bad
about
time all the way around.
Well, and we got the whole Aussie crew in here tonight. That's awesome.
Yeah, good day, T-Bones.
But I'll tell you what I heard about heat packs. I forget who I was watching last night. I think it was KG Tropicals, and he was saying that everybody's buying up all the heat packs and then turning around and selling them on Amazon for like double, even triple of what you would normally pay for them. So they're doing just like they were doing when, the pandemic hit and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody with the freaking toilet paper and sanitizer and all that crap,
Well,
can't.
here's the clue. If you ship fish and you want to ship fish in the wintertime, in July, stock up on heat packs.
Absolutely. Yeah, because then, we lost Robert. Yeah, we got the whole Aussie crew in here. That's awesome.
Did anybody ask how GRB's kitchen lizards are going?
That was a cool live stream.
Yeah,
He did 12 hours, I think.
He went for a while. I know. I was on a stream before I went to work, and then I think he finished stream before, like a couple hours or an hour before I got home from work.
Yeah.
And he was on like way before I got on there too. So that's awesome. He needs to do that more. I enjoyed the hell out of that stream.
Yeah. He went on after somebody else. I forget all that. But yeah, he did a long one for his first one.
Played a few songs. And,
he can play guitar pretty good too.
Yeah, he played a few songs. He told some stories. It was very enjoyable.
He said the lizards are doing well.
Awesome. Yeah, we're having to. We actually had to take one of our chameleons to the vet for the first time ever this week.
Oh, wow.
Got an eye infection. She's got to get little injections to to fix it. But
it's gotta suck.
Yeah, but that's one of my wife's favorite reptiles, so she's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10-hour stream. That's what BRB just said.
Yeah. I couldn't remember if it was 10 or 12.
You need to do more 10-hour streams, GRB. Robert, we lost you there for a minute, buddy.
Yeah, like everything is messed up on my end. Like you guys are froze up, and I can barely hear any of y'all. I don't know if I got bad signal or what's going on.
It's probably a bad signal.
Probably, yeah, because I'm showing full signal over here on my end.
Just my luck.
Yeah.
Did you? Was that today? You went with Bob Monroe, or was it yesterday?
Huh?
Was it yesterday you went with Bob and Roe, or was it today?
Oh, well, I just got bits and pieces of that, but like today was the day that like Bob and me we went and hung out. See, like Roe was going to come with us, but she had some stuff came up that like she didn't expect to happen, and so like she didn't get to come today. So
Hey, check it out. We got a dislike. Well, thank you very much.
Oh, you ain't hit the big time till somebody dislikes you.
Man, you're getting popular, Eric. You're getting popular.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that, because guess what? A dislike does the same thing as a like does.
That means you watched it.
Yep.
I do a lot of edited content instead of live streams. And I don't get very many dislikes, but the ones I get do irritate the heck out of me. I'm like, if you're going to take the time to hit the dislike button, leave a comment down there and tell me why.
Yeah.
Because you might have a legitimate reason you don't like this stream.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean,
just tell me what it is. Maybe I can fix it, and maybe you'll like the next one better. I don't know.
Tell me what it was. Like, was it because we spent the first 15 minutes talking about food? Like,
right.
Yeah. Sorry. This is what we do.
Yeah.
It's the creator thing. I mean, you just want to know, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I get it whenever you're putting all that time into doing your videos. What don't you like about it? maybe it's something. It could be good intel for you.
Exactly. That's my whole point. You're giving me you're giving me input, so I know.
Yeah.
I don't let them bother me, Kenny. Like I said, it's a thumbs down means just as much as a thumbs up. You still watched it, and you still gave me watch minutes. So,
And believe me, I'm not sure. I don't take it to heart. Some of my edited content's got 20,000 views.
mm-hmm.
You're gonna get a few dislikes.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just something that just always, if you're going to take the time to hit a dislike, at least say why. Man up, and say why you did it. You might be helping the guy out.
No, it's just somebody that's, sitting behind the computer like, watch this. Yeah.
Oh, and there is that. There really is that. Especially the live streamers, because there's little factions that develop. And, oh, it's crazy. If I did more live streams, I wouldn't worry about dislikes at all. I'd be like, yeah, get it all. Let's see how many we can get today.
Yeah, I don't even care. I just do what I do.
Yeah. See, I need to start doing some more edited content. I was doing edited content before, but then I got into live streaming, so live streaming is kind of taking over. But I need to get back into doing some.
You and me.
Some edited videos.
I've got 3 that are halfway done, and I haven't revisited them to finish them. And I'm like, I got to do this, and I keep saying, okay, I'll do it on Sunday, and then Sunday rolls around, something comes up, and. But I gotta say, edited content does do your channel well. I mean, I don't even think I have 20 videos on my channel, and I make my watch time. You just don't get as many subscribers than you would if you have a good personality and do live streams and stuff like that.
Right.
So
do you do any? Oh, go ahead.
There's something I need to ask because I'm trying to figure this out. Like right now, I'm using Power Direct. What is another or other editing platforms that you can use to? I guess it works well with YouTube.
Well,
I'm still trying to find one. So
for me, I'm lucky. I actually bought the Magic. It's called Magic 2015. It might be 2016. Back when you could go to Home Depot and actually buy a disc that was video editing software. It was just like buying Photoshop.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now it goes by another name. I don't know what they changed their name to, but it is now a subscription service that you have to pay for every month to use that software. Well, I'm grandfathered in because I actually purchased a hard copy of it. So all I have to do was put that code in, and I've got a full-blown, professional video editing. I don't know how to use 90% of it, but I can add, words on the screen, and edit, snip, and fade, and the basics, because I'm not good enough to use all the real good stuff with it, but enough to get a fish video across anyways.
Yeah.
So I'm the wrong person to ask. Corvus Oskin did say that the company Magix did change their name, and it's a subscription service now, and that's what he uses for his edited content. And I don't know how much it is a month or anything. I got that disc, man, and I'm going to use it till they won't accept that code no more.
Oh, I definitely would.
Geek Boy and Kenny said DaVinci Resolve is good.
Yeah, I'll check that out.
Yeah, I'm still trying to find one. I had one that I had one that I liked, but I didn't like it enough to pay for it, so I'm back to the
Yeah, I
drawing
think
board.
99.9% of them are all now subscription based, where
Yeah.
you're just going to have to pay every month to have their software.
Power Direct is free. Is it? Hold on, I gotta look. I think I'm saying Director, Power Director. That's what it is. It's free, but I'm sure there's stuff that you can't do that you could do if it wasn't free. You know what I mean?
Sure. I mean, you can do with just Windows Movie Maker.
Ooh.
You can make a video with Windows Movie Maker, but
All right, now he just piqued my interest. He said it was free. I got to write that down.
Well, it's free.
That Resolve.
Oh, that DaVinci Resolve? Yeah, I got to write that down too. And then, let's see. Chewy said a video editor known by Pegasus. There's another one to look for. Use Resolve for free. Yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely have to check that one out. Because like before I started YouTube,
I almost bought me a new 50-gallon lowboy today, but I had to pass on it because I already had about $120 spent at the pet store already. So
Oh my buddy!
yeah,
If I did that, my wife would have my
yeah.
head
I mean,
on the wall, right beside my duck mounts.
luckily, if I go to the pet store, my wife's with me, and she usually spends more than me anyways. So
No, mine reins me back when she's with me.
this is why we have so many fish and reptiles, because neither one of us can say no to the other. So
Oh, listen, if my wife was like that, I'd have to build a warehouse.
that's why we're
But it
looking
ain't
at.
gonna happen unless you pay me. You keep saying, "Oh, you can come clean my tank and do a video. That would be awesome." Nah, little stinker.
What's up, Jeffrey Watts?
what are you guys using to record?
I use my phone.
Phone?
Yeah, and I mean, I watch my videos whenever I'm, putting in that, and I think it works pretty well. I mean, they're so advanced nowadays. Why do you really need to go and, buy a camera?
Jeffrey, when is Patty not in rare form? That's why we love her.
That's why
I'm old school, and I actually own an actual video camera.
Well, I've been thinking about it, but then I looked at the price. I can't justify it myself.
Sure.
It's the it's the new technology that you use that makes them so stinking expensive.
Well, the reason I bought it is I have a different. I'm not advertising. Don't worry about it because I haven't done anything with it in years. But my very first YouTube channel was about fishing, and I did a lot of stuff outdoors.
Yeah.
And wind noise was just unbearable. I mean, you may not notice the wind blowing, but that microphone on that camera picks it up like crazy, and you can't hear nothing. And so the whole reason I bought that camera was because it had an input for a microphone, so I could run a wireless microphone at the front of the boat with the camera in the back of the boat, and you could hear me talk, and it cut down the wind like crazy. So then when I switched over to doing fish tanks and stuff, I was like, well, I got the camera. I might as well freaking use it.
Well, yeah.
However, I will tell you this too. If you decide to film a lot of outdoor stuff like fishing and things like that, get the insurance on your equipment.
Listen, bud.
I went through 3 cameras.
This past duck season, last October, the first week of it, I had to go buy a new phone. It ended up 40 feet under in the lake. So I knew the feeling. Oh, it's so mad. And the stinking thing of it is I have to go get a new one because how's work going to get a hold of me or anybody?
Yeah.
I ain't got a landline anymore. I got rid of that to save money. You know?
You being down south, you've probably never been ice fishing.
I have,
but
yeah.
When you're ice fishing inside a shanty and there's not snow, it's just the ice. It's light around, but you're in this dark shanty. Mm-hmm. So you can see through the ice and you can see like fish and stuff swimming around. And if you're in a clear lake and stuff.
Yeah.
So you're in this shanty and it's got 2 little 8-inch holes in it, right? That's it. And I hooked this fish and I'm reeling it in, you know, and my buddy got his phone, you know, up here. And he leans over to look down so he could see the fish as it's coming up, and that phone went right in that. I mean, nothing but net. It didn't nothing but in that water, and we watched it go like this all the way to the bottom.
I like what Rico Stan said. I'm gonna have to get one of them because we kayak too.
That's cool, fans. You can shoot videos.
Hey guys, I got a question to ask all of y'all. And please, I want your honest opinion about it.
Don't do it.
I want your honest opinion about it. But anyway, I just got my new 36-inch to a 48-inch night crew light. It's called the Night Crew LED Plus.
Yeah.
And that being said, I just want y'all's opinion on those lights. I mean, like, have y'all ever had one? Do you like them if you have one? Or
so Chubbs uses Night Crow, but his ain't like what you have. He has the 2. I don't know if you remember seeing him whenever he live streams. He shows them. And they work pretty good with playing tanks. I never used the one that, you know, you put the whole thing over your tank. So I honestly don't know. I think you'd be fine with it.
I don't think I've ever had a Night Crew, but I've had some of the other ones that you can find on Amazon, like the Beamswork and Kudias and stuff like that. And I have a Beamswork on my African cichlid tank right now, and I couldn't be happier with it. Like, it's a full spectrum light. It's
awesome.
Got all the colors on it. It was one of the only ones where because my cichlid tank is a 6-foot tank. It's the only one I could find a 6-foot light. You know, one of the only brands I could find a 6-foot light from. And I'm pretty happy with it. I paid under $100 for it.
Wow.
So can you
full spectrum light?
Yeah.
Wow.
Can you like yours, Ferlo? Can you do adjustments on it, or is it just what I mean?
For that one, no. The one that's on this tank is like one of them automatic. It's got its own timer on it. That I paid about $200 for the light that's on this tank, but you can do it. You can do a lot of adjusting on this one. Yeah.
No, okay.
The one on the African tank is just on and off and blue.
Rico says he has one, and it seems to be working fine. He has one of his plant grow tank, and all the plants are doing good.
I just want to say, like, don't let. I don't know, like, people always kind of crap on those Amazon lights, and I mean, some of them aren't worth, the pennies cost to make them, but most of them, the ones I've had, have all been, more than worth it. I would say don't count them out. They're good lights. You don't have to go spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on like current lights and what's the other one?
The only fancy lights I've got are on my reef tank, and they're USA current lights.
We've got that on our reef tank too, but we my local fish store got them in. It's they're the 6 foot lights. It's got the 2 lights on it, 2 6 foot lights on it.
Nice.
And they had somebody turned it in because they were shutting down their tank or something. So we got them for like a few $100s cheaper than what they normally go for.
Nice.
But I mean, for reef tanks you want something a little better. But I mean, freshwater you can find decent lights on.
Yeah, that's why I can't answer your question because I've never used them. Every light in this entire fish room is an LED shop light.
Well, I heard these work really good.
Yeah, especially for planet tanks.
Yeah. I mean, you see, before I got this my crew, that is exactly what I have over my tank, and I still got it hanging up. It's hanging up from the ceiling. But see, the only thing I didn't like about it was, I mean, and then therefore it could be my substrate, but I mean, it just had like that yellowish look to it.
Sure.
My tank,
if you got like a 4,000K, if you got a 4,000K shop light, you're gonna get that yellow look.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but besides that, with the light, all the plants I have, they're doing fantastic with that light. So I mean, they're doing good.
Now the night crew, I mean, I've heard a lot of good things about the night crews. Like I said, I've never personally owned one, but I've owned other Amazon lights, and they work very well for me. So I think you made a good purchase there.
Well, I mean, I hope so because I mean, granted, I only paid like $56 for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I'm just thinking, that if this light will last at least 2 years until I decide to get something, like better, like go get me like a 3.0 or something, then it'd be great.
See, I've been looking at a lot of those lights on Amazon, like Ferlo did, and I'm like, you go to your pet store and you got the Aqueon light bars, and they're really stupid expensive. And then you go to Amazon, and it's almost equal, and it's like half to 3/4 of the price of what they're selling it at.
I mean, if you can, if you can afford it and you want it, by all means, go buy yourself a current or whatever the other. I'm having a brain fart. I can't.
3.0, a Fluval, Kessel, and all that.
Kessel, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's what you want, then by all means, go and buy it.
Take your pick. You want a new truck or you want a light for your fish tank?
Yeah, that's true.
That's like to be a down payment on a new truck.
Yes, easily.
Some of them Kessels, boy, let me tell you, they put out some awesome light, but good God, are they expensive?
Yeah, it's. I mean, it just all depends on what you want and what you're trying to accomplish with it. Like, I mean, like if you're trying to grow plants and you're propagating and you're selling, or you're just whatever you're doing with it, I see why you would do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But somebody like me that just wants lights to make it look good and to help the plants grow, I'm not going to do that.
Right.
Can I add a little bit to that, Skipper? Skipper, yeah. I know where you're going, and I understand exactly what you're saying. But it's more, that kind of light is more to have a planted show tank. Because I gotta tell you, if I'm gonna propagate plants to sell, I'm building a damn greenhouse outside, and do it that way. But yeah, to have that show tank like Corvus Oskin's got, that are just totally manicured, and you've got red plants and yellow plants and all of that. Those expensive lights do work. It's just like Ferlo was saying, you can't have anything with cheap lights.
No, I get that, but I mean, like, if you have a greenhouse and you're doing it like Dustin's fish tank does, he has them underwater while he's doing it. 'Cause when you buy them, they're already fully was that immersed?
Right. You want to grow them underwater.
Yeah, and then you get into some of the places that do that. They with the greenhouses, they're growing them out of water, and then when you get them, you got to go through the whole thing. But like, say you got a small setup and you're just doing it for fun, I get why you wouldn't want that big thing. I mean, I'm not saying to try to make hundreds and hundreds of dollars off of it.
Oh, you're talking like the breeding for profit.
Yeah, that type of thing. Now,
cutting for profit.
Mm-hmm. Like I switched the lights on this tank, and all I did is I went and bought the full spectrum bulbs. They're T8. Right. And I'm going to tell you something. It made a heck of a difference on this tank. So I went and bought another one for another tank. It's just amazing. Oh, you finally got it?
Eco complete. Gotta have it.
He's been waiting on it.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, see, like, when I was at the fish store, they had 2 bags of it. And so, so like, considering that I already got 3 bags that are coming here by the 17th that I bought, and I still needed 2 more bags, I was like, well, I'll go ahead and I'll pay the extra $5 a bag or whatever it is.
And you were there, so why not? I get that.
Yeah, I mean, and besides, like this store, that I usually go to, these guys are always good to me. I mean, like they give me, like the discounts, and all kinds of stuff. So I mean, so I had no problem with spending my money there.
Oh yeah, that's how I am with my local fish store.
Sorry about that.
Can I ask you a question? What kind of bait caster is that up on the ceiling?
I've been waiting for you to ask.
That is a.
Come on, I can't let that go, man.
Well, see, I got 2 different ones. I've been
staring at it for an hour.
Well, this is a lose. It's a lose. Speed spool, and then I got a open face. That is it's a loose orange crush.
Okay.
Huh?
I said we call those fairy wands and sissy sticks.
Well. I mean, like here where I live at, we call them that also. Yes. yes. Right. Especially in the bass tournaments, that I used to fish in with my buddy. That's what we call them. Fairy wands.
I actually do own 2 open face, spinning reels. I own 2 out of, I don't know, probably 50 or 60 combos I have. And I don't use them. I would have to go somewhere that specifically had a super light deal, that's the only way you're going to catch them. Or else I got straight bait casters. And lose, it's kind of like your lights you're talking about. Lose is kind of they're a really good reel for a lot less money.
Yes.
Instead of going with a Shimano, a Shimano is going to cost you 3-4 times the money. However, with the Shimanos, you can send them in and have them rebuilt, and they come back like brand new. Where with the Luz, I'm not sure you can do that.
Well, I mean, like this, I can say. I mean, like you can definitely tell the difference between a Shimano brand and also a Luz because fact like Shimano cast is way smoother. I mean, like those things. I mean, like it's basically like driving a Chevy Pinto, and then you just then you get out of that, then you go hop into a Cadillac.
Yeah.
It's basically like
yes,
that.
Greg the Guppy guy. I'm just giving you guys crap. I see all you saltwater guys with them open faces catching big fish. I get it. Of course, those open faces are like that freaking big.
Yeah.
But
I will say for saltwater, open faces are nice.
I'll take a bait caster any day.
I do like a good bait caster for freshwater though.
Man, it took me a minute to learn those bait casters. Oh,
It took everybody a minute to learn a bait caster, man. It's not something you casting a level wind reel takes an educated thumb. You got to teach your thumb what to do.
and how I did it was in the backyard with the weight.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's how I learned
And
how to
also, yep. And once you toss a couple of bird nests while you're trying to fish in a bass tournament, and you're standing there for like 20 minutes trying to get it untangled, you will learn how to cast real quick. Or just do what most bass fishermen do, and they put like
a rod and pick up another
20 poles on their deck.
Right.
Yep.
My boat's not big
That's why you gotta. It's a whole boat full.
That's how I learned how to throw. That's how I learned how to throw a cast net. Was in the front yard.
Yeah. Oh, a cast net. Yeah.
Oh, but you get
$20 zip code does it all.
Yeah,
learn that. Push button Zepco 202, man.
Yep.
You can drag that reel through the mud for like 3 days and take it out and fish with it.
Yep.
That ain't no lie neither. It's nuts how that cheap of a reel on a rod that you get from Walmart will outlast $100 and some reel from a sportsman's place.
I'll tell you, I got a heck of a lot of respect for fly fishermen.
Oh, I can't do it. I ain't got the
I have never learned how to fly fish.
I did. I was in Pennsylvania when I learned how to fly fish.
They do a lot of that here. There's a couple streams where they trout fish at.
That's what I was doing.
You can only fly fish. And I've watched people do it, videos and people that I fished with. I mean, I know I always say don't knock it until you try it. I ain't buying one and I end up messing it up because I get mad at it, throw it across it, and hit the other side of the mountain or something.
It's just like a bait caster, man. You got to spend a little time and learn it. But
take some finesse.
Once you learn it, I tell you what, don't get me wrong. I do all my bass tournaments, and I love the musky fish and pipe fish. But I'll tell you what, early morning on a trout stream, and you're the only one there, and you flip a roll cast, a dry fly up, and you're watching that little bitty fly that's got a number 0 freaking hook on it and just a couple duck feathers, and it's going down, and you see that rainbow come up and grab it.
Oh,
dude, that's life. Man,
yeah, that would be cool.
Time.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Now I'm gonna have to try it. Daggone it, Harry.
It's a good time, man. Don't knock it. You got to try it.
Yeah, but I will say this: be careful putting on that little leader that you stick in your trout line, you know, because that thing will
my
poke
line-
the crap out of you. Yes. Oh,
What's nice
it'll
about
definitely
trout?
make you say some words.
Oh, I bet. What's nice about trout fishing here in PA, especially where I'm from, is I like to go and catch. They're called redfin minnows. I showed pictures before,
Yeah,
and that is the best bait to use.
I've seen them.
Oh man, I don't know what it is because there's stalk streams around here, and you get these rainbows, browns, and sometimes they'll throw an albino one in there. What do they call that one? And they all will hit on it, and it's
Yeah.
just a natural bait. I outfished power bait spinners and these guys that came from other states that thought they knew what they were doing, and I just kept doing this. I was and
Yeah, but those are
literally
stocked
30,
fish.
yeah, in literally 30 minutes, I already had my limit, and then I just kept doing it. As I got a bigger one, I let the smaller one go off the off the thing.
Yep.
And they're like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I said, "I'm local." That's all I'm telling you. Ain't getting my secret, buddy.
See, Dragon Lair.
So
I would-
Daniken, which Daniken probably knows this already, but a steelhead is just a rainbow trout. If a rainbow trout's born in a stream and it stays in that stream all its life, it's only going to get so big, and that's it. But if you take a rainbow trout and let it go into somewhere like Lake Michigan or the ocean, then it's going to get freaking huge, and then it's going to come back to spawn, and it becomes a steelhead.
Never
But
knew
they're the
that.
exact same fish.
Never knew that.
I need to die. Yeah.
Wow.
So a steelhead and a rainbow trout are the exact same species of fish. It's just one goes out into a body of water that's huge, eats a bunch of other fish, grows real big, and comes back, where a rainbow trout just stays in the stream it's born in. But same fish.
So what's a brine?
A what?
Brim.
A brim?
Brim,
Sunfish.
bluegill, pretty much.
It's just
Oh,
a
okay.
common name. The Southerners call them brim. Northerners call them sunfish. They're same fish.
Or panfish. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
panfish.
I never heard of it like that. What's up, Frontiers? Or yeah.
I mean,
Sunfish is the overall family group of all the bluegills, all the different types of bluegills. Even largemouth bass are actually sunfish.
it's kind of like beta and beta.
Yeah, we ain't gonna go down that freaking wormhole. But
What's up, 40A? What's up, man?
yeah, it's
Like you go down south, like you take a crappie, for example, what I call a crappie. They've got all kinds of different names. Just depends on where at in the country you are is what they call them. They got a whole bunch of different names for them.
we got a man-made lake called Lake Racestown, and we have a hatchery that does oh man, brain fart. Striped bass.
Okay.
And they stalk the lake every year. Well, actually throughout spring till whenever they're done, probably fall. That fish is the most fish that I've ever had to fight before.
Oh, they fight like crazy.
You think
That's the actual.
you think you got a 60-pounder on?
Yeah.
You pull it in, it's only 12.
The striped bass comes from the Marone family, which are what they call the true bass. Got like the largemouth, smallmouth, spotted bass. A lot of the stuff we call bass, they're not actually bass, they're sunfish. The striped bass, the white bass, yellow bass, those are true basses. They're the ones that have the separate dorsal real spiky front dorsal and then a soft back dorsal. Those are the true basses.
Thank you,
And
Kenny.
I tell you what, when they hit a bait, they hit it like a freight train. They're not messing around.
Oh,
See you later, Kenny. Thanks for coming in, man.
I'm going to tell you something. It's nothing like driving down the lake.
See you, Kenny.
And the way that we got shad in our lake. And the way that they round them up is like the dolphins in an ocean.
Oh yeah, you'll see the shad come flying out of the water with the.
I watched the shad jump, and then dorsal fin of the striped bass chasing it like it was a little shark.
Oh yeah,
Pretty cool.
they're a neat fish.
Kenny, I'll see you in your stream here in a little while.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I did not mean to sideline this into a fishing stream, but
No,
I couldn't let go. I'm looking at those fishing poles on a ceiling up through the
it's all right. We all enjoy it. I think most everybody in here enjoys fishing it. Yeah.
Believe it or not, there is a lot of fishermen that I meet in tournaments that also keep fish tanks.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a little bit of crossover between my two channels, even though, I haven't messed with my fishing channel in a long time. They're like, yeah, I remember you from my fishing channel. And it goes, oh, they'd see me on Facebook because I do photography. Fish photography is kind of a thing I like. And they're like, oh, man, that was a cool picture, you took of whatever fish. And then we get to talking, and there are times that we're waiting for launch times, to get our boats in the water and stuff. And we'll be talking about fish tanks instead of what we're going to do come tournament time.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of fishermen that keep fish tanks.
I mean, honestly, if you think about it, comes hand in hand because you love keeping them, you love catching them, you just love fish.
Yeah.
I think that's what it really comes down to.
Yeah.
Is even if we don't keep them out of whenever we're fishing, we get to see it. It's in our hands, and we get to study it, and we're like, oh, man, that's a pretty cool fish I just caught today. Now I'm going to let it go. Or I might eat it tonight, whichever.
Right. It happens. I get buddies at work, that they're always, hey, you got to take me fishing. You got to take me fishing. And I pretty much ignore them all except for the ones that have kids.
Yeah.
And they approach me with, hey, I want to take my kids fishing. So in that case, I'll take them to a local pond I got around here, and it's just grass all the way around, so it's really easy to walk around, and it's just loaded with little sunfish.
Yeah, and you know what?
I'll give them little ice jigs, small little bobber with a beam off, and just as fast as. And a lot of the times they're just watching their kids have a great time. And I'll be there doing the same thing, but I'll be over there going, oh, dude, look at this one, man. Because it's a different color than all the rest of them. I'm like, dude, this is a weird one. And they think I'm absolutely freaking nuts because, I take it that close. But every one I catch, I'm like looking at it,
It's funny how you catch yourself inspecting them.
Right.
It's
Because this is different than the rest of them.
It's just like down here with the redfish, like they got that spot on their tails. Well, each redfish has a spot in a different spot, or it has multiple spots. It's crazy, like just different, how different they look. We're just a spot in a different place.
I went tuna fishing up in Massachusetts, and I can't think of the name of the town because I can't pronounce it. I know it starts with an S. And what I loved the most about it was we went tuna fishing, and it was just being out there in the water. Now, we didn't. All right, Robert, we understand. And I was like, man, I don't care if I don't catch nothing. This is great. So the captain was like, well, we're going to catch our own bait. I said, I'm in. And that's all I cared about catching. If I got a tuna that day, that's just awesome. But I actually got to catch, the bait that they use. And heck, I had a good time doing that. It just, the best thing is just going out there, relaxing, enjoying yourself. Like a lot, like whenever I go striper fishing on the lake, if I go out, me and my dad, or if I get with a guide, I don't get mad if I don't catch something. But I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of people around here that get really upset about it.
Oh yeah.
I go in spurts on what I want to fish for. I'll spend an entire season of doing nothing but steelhead fishing because I have a lot of streams that dump into Lake Michigan, and they stock the little rainbows, and just like what I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Then I'll go and I go, well, all right, I'm tired of this. So I'll go like muskie fishing for a season. And if you've ever muskie fished, that's a mental workout like you wouldn't believe.
Oh yes.
You're just happy to see a fish, let alone catch it.
Yeah, it's like that up here too.
And one of the biggest muskies I've ever seen came right up to my boat in Pennsylvania on the Susquehanna River.
Oh yeah.
Man, that thing was a monster. That thing had to have been every bit of 55, 57 inches, just huge. Came up, followed my bait right up to the boat, took a look at me and went, yo!
Yeah, he flipped you off and went the other way.
What the hell? Muskies will do that. They'll just drive you nuts.
It's like, let me tell you who's not getting caught today.
Yeah.
This guy
yeah,
right
that's
here.
what they do. Yeah. And they'll even do it on the lakes too. It's funny. And the problem is with areas like that, like with Susquehanna, is the amount of people that fish it.
It's so huge, though. The Susquehanna is probably it's got to be in the top 10 of the smallmouth fisheries in the country. It's got to be.
He's talking about the Susquehanna down by Harrisburg, Bull Mama.
Well, I fished both north and south of it.
Yeah. But the one that the southern part of the Susquehanna is fished really hard.
And then
I agree, Adele.
I get into tournament bass fishing, and I'll do it for 2 or 3 years, and then I'll just get tired of it, and because a lot of the muskie fishing and the steelhead fishing and just going to a lake and pan fishing, that's kind of like a solitary endeavor. But when you get into tournament bass fishing, then it's a social thing. And it can be trying at times because it requires a lot of there's more politics involved and a whole bunch of you want to be friends with everybody, but sometimes you can't.
Yeah. Now what time is? Oh, 7:45 your time.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut it down here in a few minutes.
10 my time, and then we got the Anakin Aquatics.
9:30.
10:30 Eastern, 9:30 Central, and you Mountain and Pacific people can figure it out. Australia, I can't help you with that.
Yeah, good luck with that. Let me know how that works out.
It's tomorrow. It's tomorrow in Australia.
Yeah, they're like
Hey,
in the future.
I'll jump on off of here. Skip, Ferlo, thanks for having me. It was nice talking.
Terry,
Thanks for coming up, man.
It was great. Thank you, bud.
Yeah, you guys have a good one.
You too.
You too, buddy. Yeah, I don't have a problem talking about fishing. I don't care.
It's like
I
I
love
always
it,
say,
too.
like, I could talk about keeping fish all day, but I mean, I keep fish all day, so I don't mind talking about other stuff.
Nope. Yes, bass tournaments can be stressful. That is wild.
Oh, yeah. I never really got into the tournaments. I always just like going like now like me and my wife or like me and a buddy or something. I never like going around all them people.
I just go whenever I go fishing. It's more or less for how use Zulu time. I can't use Zulu time because I don't know Zulu time. I was in the military and I left the higher ups deal with that. I didn't deal with it. I just went where they told me. But it's just getting out there, with the peace and quiet, and it's an escape from reality, for real.
Exactly. That's how I use it. I mean, I might even do this summer. I might do some live streams like while I'm fishing, or at least some videos.
I want to get some more fishing in on my days off and stuff. My dad has a pontoon. We got to get it up and going good. We use it for duck hunting.
Yeah.
I wanted to get it set up for fishing also, but it takes time and money.
Oh yes.
You know what boat stands for?
Yeah. So I like having friends with boats.
Yeah. Break out another 1,000, baby.
Yeah. Like whoever I go on a boat with, I'll give them gas money for the day.
And that's what you should do. It's what do you call it? Etiquette.
Boat etiquette.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give them gas money for the day. I won't just go out there like, yeah, take me on your boat.
Oh yeah, I don't do that neither. Like I got money in my. Even whenever we go duck hunting, I'm going with somebody else that bringing their boat, and I hate it because they're like, I don't want no money. I said, you're taking gas money. I said, I'm not a freeloader.
Mm-hmm. You're taking
Called,
you will take it and you will like it.
Yeah. One way or the other, that money's either going to end up in their truck or somewhere whenever they look in their duck hunting bag. Where'd that come from?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Bold Mama, it's called Lake Racetown in Central PA. It's a man-made lake. They dammed it off back in the early 70s and actually flooded a couple towns when they did it.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And the crazy thing about it is when you're on the lake with the fish finder, you will see foundations. You will see the trees that they buried too. Yeah, that's right, Adele. If you bring the food, you don't need to bring gas money.
Right. All right. Well, I am going to go ahead and shut her down.
All right.
That way I can gear up for Kenny's stream. And everybody, y'all make sure you go over to Kenny's stream and just harass him for a little while.
We should do a hashtag.
Yeah. Let's think of a good hashtag.
Oh, he did a Kenny story on somebody's stream the other day. Oh, I wish I'd remembered it. That'd have been a good one. Yes, ma'am.
How about let's just do in light of recent events, how about hashtag Aquarium Cop?
Yep, that's good. Let's do that. Hashtag Aquarium Cop.
And everybody go over to Kenny's and hit that hashtag Aquarium Cop.
Yeah, he definitely will much appreciate that too.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate everybody coming in. We've had a hell of a stream tonight of 41 likes. Not too bad at all. I appreciate every single one of you. Love everybody.
Petcher Man, right now you have LRB going on, but 10 in about 40 minutes you got Daniken Aquatics.
Yep.
And Murdu just dropped the link for you.
Yep. Appreciate that, Murdu, and appreciate all the other mods and appreciate everybody. And I will see y'all later.
Peace.